Tony Ferguson is the type of guy to go on a 6-fight losing streak and think he's in his prime. Look, guys, I'm an actual Tony fan. If you guys haven't seen the Tony video I just made, I had actual belief that, he'd be able to, do pretty decent in this fight, maybe even win. And it was going like that in the fight. He was able to, drop Bobby Green, hurt him, and, he got eye poked, and then obviously the fight wasn't the same. But nonetheless, he got dominated pretty much after that. Couldn't land anything really significant once Bobby Green found his timing. And that's 6 in a row for Tony, man. And I'm a real Tony fan. And he's too tough for his own good. You know what I'm saying? Like, he needs to hang it up. Like, his mind and spirit is still there. The desire is still there. But his body's just not, it just gave up on him. And it's time for him to call it a career. And I think we can definitely agree, for the most part, that he's going to go down as one of the most robbed fighters in UFC history, because it's inexcusable for a guy to go on a 12-fight win streak and not get an undisputed title shot. But that's just the UFC, with dirtbags like Dana White. That's why I have the lowest of respects for guys like Dana White when these type of things happen. Because when it comes to UFC fighters, guys, they just throw fights at you, and it's up to the fighters to decide whether or not they want to accept it. And you can try to be that guy and just accept every single fight, like Tony did when he was scheduled to fight Khabib and he ended up taking the Justin Gaethje fight, and we know how that went. You're preparing for a grappler, a dominant grappler, that dominant wrestler, and then all of a sudden you're fighting a dominant, powerful striker. It just doesn't make sense. So it's really up to the fighters to be smarter than that. And I would say for sure that Tony Ferguson committed career suicide. I mean, the double weight cuts during the Justin Gaethje fight, the taking the back-to-back fights. After that Gaethje fight, he just took a year and a half, 2 years off. He just jumped back in the cage, fought Oliveira. He did a lot of really stupid things, kept changing his coaches. So at this point, he's going to just cause more and more damage to himself. The more and more he decides to really try to go out there. So I'd rather see him retire, and that's it. And I don't want to make this video long. Just coming from a real honest Tony fan. I'm not going to keep being delusional and hoping that he can get a win when it's just over, man. Like, the human body is the human body, and once it says no, it says no. In terms of combat sports, it's a deadly sport, and they're not dribbling basketballs, they're not throwing footballs. You know what I mean? Like, it's really, really dangerous. It's the most dangerous sport of all. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And yeah, El CUCUY forever, champ shit only. Tony's gonna be one of my favorite fighters of all time, regardless. But I hope this is was his last fight. And I'll catch you guys in the next video, man. Peace.